Hey crafty friends! Today I'm going to be showing you the basics of alcohol ink. I have some alcohol pearls here, which has a little bit of shimmer in them, and then some Yupo paper, which is just a synthetic plastic paper. This is white. There's different types, but I'm just going to use white today. And then I have my blending solution here, my alcohol blending solution, and the air blower. So I'm just going to start out just showing you the basics. I have my Wendy Vecchi Maker's Art platform. It's great to use on a glass mat, but I don't have a glass mat just yet. So I'm just grabbing some gloves here. I like to have some plastic gloves just because it can get a little messy. And you're going to start with that alcohol blending solution just right on your Yupo paper to make sure that that alcohol ink has somewhere to kind of go and blend. So here I have this really beautiful, these are alcohol pearls, so basically they just have a little bit of shimmer in them, and you can see here how they react. I didn't want the green to get too close to the pink because there is a little bit of brown, but you can just use that blending solution to basically erase errors or move the alcohol ink around on your Yupo paper. It's really a lot of fun, and this technique makes some really beautiful mixed media, just very abstract designs. So here I'm just wiping up a little bit of the alcohol ink on the side, and then I'm wiping some off my paper directly. So if you ever made a mistake, you could literally just put your blending solution down and then wipe it up if you wanted to restart. That's always an option. But here I am adding a little bit of the purple. So these 3 alcohol inks came in 1 pack, and all this stuff is from Ranger and Tim Holtz. So you can see how this one dried a little bit quicker. It's funny how quickly it can dry. And what you can do is just add a little bit more of the blending solution, which is basically just, I believe it's just isopropyl alcohol. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the best I can do. But yeah, you can just continue to add the blending solution, and it'll kind of make it wet again, so you can move it around with your blower. But this is just kind of very basic. I just wanted to show you how to kind of start out. So I'm just going to wipe my platform here off and start another one. I'm going to put this aside to dry. So now I'm just going to use the purple. So I'm going to start again with that alcohol blending solution, and I like to just rub it all over my paper. And then I'm going to grab my purple and just drop it all around. And then just watching that alcohol ink react is so neat with that blending solution. And then I'm just kind of tilting my platform here up like to the side and down, and you can see it kind of making its own way. And then you can use the air blower. So now I'm just using the air blower and finishing off a little bit of the drying. You can just wait for it to dry and then adding more and more layers, and it just adds even more of that like texture, just super cool look. I don't really know how to explain the look of alcohol ink. I just know it's just such a unique, fun thing. And then what's great is what I just recently learned is that it can be cut out with dies. So with our Emily Moore Designs dies, I cut out a gift card holder here. And now I just thought, how cool would this be to decorate and give to a kid? Like, how neat. So I'm just going to decorate this, our simple just gift card holder die. This is our original, just splattering some green on there. And I decided I'm going to do one color at a time instead of putting them all on at once, so I can let this dry. And you can see the green, it's really cool, it has like almost yellows and different tints to it. And it actually starts to have a little bit of blue the more it dries. And it's getting into those our embossed stitching, which I think looks super cool. It's almost resisting it a little. And so now adding a little bit of purple, and you'll start to see, if you can see the edge of the green, the blue start to show up, which is super cool. There's so many people out there that are extremely talented with the alcohol ink, and Kimberly, I don't want to mispronounce her last name, but I'll make sure to put her information in my blog post. She does all kinds of alcohol ink. She does floral designs, and they're really beautiful. I had the opportunity to take one of her classes back in the day, and it was amazing, and she is a great teacher. And her stuff is just gorgeous. So this is just me. I'm just trying to show you a really basic, if you just want to kind of try it out and see, it's just such a fun thing. But she's definitely somebody who you could look up if you wanted to do even more with alcohol inks, and she does classes and everything. And so I'm just cleaning up my board with the actual blending solution. So it's just that isopropyl alcohol. And then this is a technique I saw from Tiffany Solario. So she is one of my crafty friends and her videos are amazing. She also does a ton with alcohol ink, and her stuff is quite beautiful. And so I saw her do this technique where you take a cup or whatever and you kind of drag the alcohol ink on the edge to make this really beautiful design. And some of the pink got inside my circle, I don't know why, but I've thought that this is a really good technique. Like if you kind of look at the edges here, it kind of looks like a flower. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of the bottom half of my cup. This is just a regular Dixie cup. And then I'm just putting the alcohol ink down with no blending solution. And you kind of want to let it dry, and then you can add your alcohol ink to it. And then do the blower on the outside of it to push it out. And look at it kind of running into the pink is really pretty. And I just think, I don't know, I kind of felt like, wow, these kind of do look like flowers. So this is a great technique to use just for fun. You can try to find different shaped things around the house, and you can trace them just like this, and it creates this really cool design. And all these designs can eventually be used for card backgrounds or even bits in, I think, scrapbooking or art journaling. There's different sizes of Yupo paper, so you just need that synthetic paper to apply the alcohol ink to, and there's different colors too, as well as clear, so you can get black, which I'll show you. And look at how neat this design is turning out. This is one of my favorites, very unique. So shout out to Tiffany for that. Now I'm just gonna put some alcohol ink on the side here, mixed with a little bit of blending solution, and splatter it onto my paper. And this is just the purple, and that looks really cool. But then I thought, well, this would be really cool though if I just did the blending solution, because you can kind of see. I wonder if it would react. So I'm gonna do just the blending solution. And yeah, it is reacting. So check it out over here on the left with my pink. Oh my gosh, look at that come through. How neat is that? That is so cool. So that's just some super fun techniques. I want to try a little bit more of the splatter on my original design, since this one was a little bit more plain. But I love doing new techniques like this. It's so much fun, even as a paper crafter, to find new things like this, like mixed media type. And so there is this really beautiful gold alcohol ink that you can get, and I don't have it. I really wanted this to be like a basic, like if you just had what you need to start alcohol inking. And so I decided to use some mica spray, and that did work on here. But the gold is super beautiful, which I'll show you a result of the gold that I have from a prior class that I did. So there's that beautiful mica spray though. So here I want to walk you through all the projects that we did as our original, which looks great. And then here's the purple. I really like the purple. It's beautiful. The one color looks really nice with that mica spray. And then here's our gift card holder, and look at how cool that turned out. And our slits are still there and good to use. Let me show you with an actual gift card, and how neat would this be for a kid. I don't need my gloves on anymore. I just was waiting for everything to dry, but that looks so unique and perfect. So I love that. And then this is the technique we use with the cup, which I think is just so beautiful, and that splatter. It looks really gorgeous, really pretty. So now I'm going to take my gloves off here, and I'm going to show you some other. So here is this one I made a while ago on black Yupo with that gold, and look at how beautiful that is on the black. I love that. And then here's one with that gold as well. So that's the gold alcohol ink that I don't have. And then here are the flowers that I made in my class with Kimberly. So there are a lot of different ways to use alcohol ink, and this was actually just using it with some mixative called Snowcap and painting. And there's just a lot of different techniques out there, but this is just a beginner's rundown. So I hope you loved this. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching.